So my belief is unity of purpose is very important today. And I believe without it, we will always be vagabonds. We will be living in the diaspora. Half of our people will forget their language and where they come from, while the Wayane are very happy that that's what we are doing, while they are busy destroying whatever place you call home. I believe we have to unite. We have no choice. If we want to get rid of Wayane and Meles and his kleptomaniacs, we have to unite. If we have to unite, and you agree with me, the question is, we have two important questions to answer. One is, what are we uniting against? And what are we uniting for? Because if I'm going to unite with somebody, I have to unite against something. And to unite with somebody, I have to know what I'm uniting for. So, I will explain to you what exactly I think we're uniting against. We are uniting against a man who, while he's very happy that many of us, are busy talking about the Ogaden Somalis and their intention to go somewhere else, he came from Mogadishu. That is where he came from. He came from with a Somali diplomatic passport in 1990. Do many of us know that?
Yes.
How come that man is today happy to call himself Ethiopian, while some of you are busy telling me I don't belong in Ethiopia? In fact, I grew up a couple of kilometers away from where he was hosted in Mogadishu. How come he's an Ethiopian and I'm not? How come he's now a prime minister of Ethiopia to come to Ogaden and destroy the land, rape the woman, and commit unheard of atrocities in many parts of Ethiopia, specifically in Ogaden? The world community has documented what the Wayane has done in the name of Ethiopia. So, why is it that we're very happy to look at him and say, yeah, he's okay, he's an Ethiopian, and we say some of us are not? We discuss and argue who is and who is not. Does it matter who is and who is not when the place we are arguing about is being destroyed? When that land is gone, what does it matter who becomes an Ethiopian and who is not? I think it is not. And that is the genius of Wayane. They made us so busy that we have to argue ourselves, we have to be busy with trivial matters, while every one of them has become so rich. They have got every power that you can think of. Yet now they decided they're not going to leave us alone in the diaspora. They're coming into the diaspora because we didn't go there. That's why. That's what we need to unite against. What we have to unite against is a Tigrayan tyranny. In any form, you name it. When I was growing up, I used to hear that the Wayane or the Tigrayan community, when I say Wayane, I'm referring to the thieves and the dictators who are misusing that name of that community in order to enrich themselves. That's specifically who I'm talking about. So, I used to hear that there were only 3 million. But now I am a bit surprised. Maybe my math doesn't add up. How come today every kilal, that means, every warada, whatever that means, every place you go in that vast land of Ethiopia, there is a Woyane head. Where did they come from? I don't think that is 3 million people, because Ogaden alone, 3 million people will become mingled. Yet every killing you go, the head is a Woyane. Every military unit you go, the head is a Woyane. Every economic institution you go, the head is a Woyane. And the leadership is Woyane. So where are the rest of the communities that call Ethiopia home? So that is what we need to unite against. We need to unite against the Woyane economic domination. Having realized that Ethiopia is not enough, now they said, let's go and get money from the diaspora. And what are we going to do? We're going to come up with schemes. Because we have the dollars here, but they don't. They said, okay, now we are going to come up with economic program where everyone becomes a stakeholder. The day they announced that, the second day, the very same man with a brave face announces that almost half of Ethiopia is suffering the consequence of a drought. In other words, here he's asking us, come and invest in Ethiopia. Yet here he is begging the Western countries in order to give him food aid. Are you going to entrust your money to a hungry man? What we need to unite against is we need to unite against the genocide perpetrators who have committed unheard of atrocities in many places, such as Ogaden, in Oromia, in Gambella, in Gojam and Gondar, you name it. They have committed unheard of atrocities. And unless we unite, I believe those atrocities will quadruple, will triple, will go on. That's why we need to unite. We need to unite against these genocide perpetrators. And finally, we need to unite against the Western indifference. What I mean by that, Meles succeeded to create a fiction, and he sold the fiction to the Western nations, including Canada. And that fiction is anyone who opposes him is a terrorist. I think I heard that story before. The British tried the same story. The IRA used to be called terrorists. Today they are not. Today the Ogaden Somali is called a terrorist. When the biggest terrorist in the world, Meles Zenawi, who countless of agencies, international human rights organizations, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, the very State Department of the United States have documented that what Meles and his cronies have done in many places, including the Ogaden, is nothing but a genocide.
ተመልካቾቻችን ለዛሬ የነበረን ፕሮግራም በዚህ ላይ ያበቃል። በሚቀጥለው ፕሮግራማችን እስከምንገናኝ ሰላም ቆዩን።
ነው ሁሉ ወረት የዝቻለ መች ዘልቃለ ስላለ በቃ በቃ ዛሬ ኖር በቃ 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 አትጨነቅ በቃ በሰላም ኖር ከሁሉ ጋር ክፋት አድርግ መልካም ስራ የተቀረው ጊዜህን አስደስተው ራስህን ሰው ዝም ብሎ ይጨነቃል ነገ ራሱ ያውቃል ሰው ዝም ብሎ ይጨነቃል ነገ ራሱ ያውቃል ምን ያስፈልጋል ትካዜ ሁሉም ቀን አለው ና ጊዜ ምን ያስፈልጋል ትካዜ ሁሉም ቀን አለው ና ጊዜ ባልተደሰት አሜን ብለህ እኩል አትሆንም መቼም ሕይወት ምን ሊያረግልህ ብዙ ያለው አይጠብቅ ያኔ ይዛት ሄደው ባልተደሰት አሜን ብለህ እኩል አትሆንም መቼም ሕይወት